US President Donald Trump, after holding a bilateral meeting with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, told reporters at the G7 meeting that he had a very good conversation, adding that the two countries are working on trade deals. Well, Trump called Modi a tough negotiator and praised the Indian Prime Minister repeatedly. Prime Minister Modi told US President Donald Trump that the safety and security of lakhs of Indian seafarers is of paramount importance to India, highlighting New Delhi's concerns over the recent attacks on vessels in the Gulf carrying Indian crew members. Several vessels carrying Indian crew members have come under attack in Gulf waters in recent weeks as the US enforced its blockade on the Strait of Hormuz and Iranian ports. In one such attack, 3 Indian sailors were killed in an US strike.
एक्सेलेंसी, आप जानते हैं कि मैरीटाइम ट्रेड की दुनिया में भारत के लाखों सीफेरर्स आज दुनिया के अलग अलग समुद्र में अपनी सेवाएं दे रहे हैं, विश्व की प्रगति में बहुत बड़ा योगदान दे रहे हैं और मैं समझता हूं कि उनकी सुरक्षा भी उतना ही महत्वपूर्ण है। एक्सेलेंसी, समझौते के लिए शांति के प्रयासों में आपने भरपूर प्रयास किया है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि समझौते में सीफेरर की सुरक्षा भी सुनिश्चित होगी और उसको प्राथमिकता मिलेगी।
It's a rough profession, there's no question about it, and we work together on it. This has been happening throughout time, but we work together on it. Yeah, certainly. We love all of those people. They're great people.
The Indian PM praised the American president for his efforts to bring peace in West Asia. PM Modi also stressed upon the opening of the Strait of Hormuz.
एक्सेलेंसी, आप और हम सभी इस बात से सहमत हैं कि हॉर्मुज का खुला रहना एक वैश्विक अर्थव्यवस्था के लिए बहुत ही अनिवार्य है। एक्सेलेंसी, हम हमेशा कहते रहे हैं कि फ्रीडम ऑफ नेविगेशन सुनिश्चित होना चाहिए और इस पर हम सब ने मिलकर के बल देना चाहिए।
US President Donald Trump also offered a strong public endorsement of India, saying the United States would come to the country's aid if it were attacked, while Prime Minister Narendra Modi remained in office.
I think it's a great relationship. I can tell you this, without having a contract, we don't have a contract, you'd have to write contract, but if they were attacked, we would be there to help them. How is that? Is that a good statement? Okay, come here, man. If anybody attacks that man, we're going to be there.
Well, during his interaction with reporters, WION asked President Trump when he would visit India. Listen in.
President Trump, when will you go to India and how do you see Quad as well? This is a grouping that was started under your first term and this is a grouping that all the 4 countries are looking forward to.
Well, we had a great visit last time in India. We opened up that new stadium, and I think there were 300,000-400,000 people. It seated like about 150,000, and there were 250,000 outside, and there were 100,000 on the grass. That was, I don't know if that record's ever been broken, but I had a great time in India.
And answering again for WION's questions on energy deals between India and the US, President Trump said India can do anything with the US. Listen in.
How do you see energy cooperation? India is diversifying, buying more energy from across the world, including United States. I'm Seafarer from WION. How do you see India buying energy from you?
India can do anything they want with us. We have the best relationship. We cannot be closer than we are. Would you say that, sir? I don't think we can be any closer. Both him and I and our nations, but it really starts with the two of us. We cannot be closer.
Well, there may have been frostiness in ties between India and the US, but the camaraderie between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump was on display during their bilateral meeting on the sidelines of the G7 summit. This was the first face-to-face meeting between the two leaders after 16 months. Remember, Trump had labelled India a hellhole and a dead economy. Well, the US had imposed stiff tariffs on India, but the meeting turned into a praising session for PM Modi, with Trump describing him as a tough trader who loves Indian people, a beautiful person, and also as nice as an angel. And for more on this, our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddharth Sibal, has sent us this report from Évian-les-Bains in France. Listen in.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the US President Donald Trump held a key bilateral meeting yesterday, and this bilateral meeting on the sidelines of the G7 summit essentially focuses on how both sides can find convergences when there have been irritants in the relationship. Of course, the Indian Prime Minister emphasized on safety of Indian sailors at a time when 3 Indian sailors have died after US military attacks off the coast of Oman. The US side, of course, focused on the trading aspect of the relationship, with both sides working on the trade pact. Possibly very soon both sides will announce a trade pact in a matter of few weeks. But the element that was well present in that bilateral meeting was that a commitment has been there by the Indian side, by the American side, that this relationship is an important relationship and both sides are willing to invest further in this relationship. Sudhan Sibal for WION.